Education Minister Erica Stanford learned about lunch providers' liquidation through the media.
Yep. Hey, holy shit, when I read that, my jaw was literally on the floor. I was like, oh, for fuck's sakes.
This is her portfolio.
Supposedly.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry.
On
No, the school lunch
paper.
program is not under the education portfolio. It's its own fucking portfolio because,
Apparently, the
special one. So,
associate person just gets to do whatever they want, and the main person in charge just says, I'll talk to him at some point when he replies to me.
whenever that happens. Um, just a quick read of this. Deloitte spent until 10th of March planning for so we're talking about Libelle, which obviously went into insolvency because they couldn't essentially run the program under the contract that they had given them. Which they should have given them more money, but it's its whole thing. Deloitte then publicly announced Libelle was being placed into liquidation. On the 11th of March, the Green Party education spokesperson Lawrence Shunan asked the Education Minister, Associate Education Minister, and Prime Minister when they were first made aware that Libelle was going into liquidation. He also asked the Education Minister and Prime Minister who informed them of the liquidation. Seymour told Shunan that Ministry of Education officials verbally briefed him on the 6th of March of the possibility of Libelle going into liquidation. I was kept abreast of developments until the liquidator was appointed on Tuesday, the 11th of March 2025, as I was focused on continuity of supply. His reply said. Yeah, it makes sense. The Prime Minister said Seymour's office told his. The Prime Minister said Seymour's office told his office on March the 7th. Stanford, however, told Shunan she was informed via the media that the Libelle Group had been placed into liquidation. Seymour told RNZ as the responsible minister, his duty was to make sure the program delivered. He's doing a really shit job at that. Updating other ministers on every development would be nice, but I think they would rather I fix the problems. Everyone fucking would, let's be honest. But also, you're the associate minister. Tell your fucking boss what's going on.
Well, I mean, it's also just a crock of shit. He clearly wasn't doing that because he's gone from everything's great, it's not that bad, to, oh yeah, there was some issues and stuff, but like he's just fucking flip-flopping to whatever works. It's fucking annoying. Also, people have pointed out he sat on that info for 5 days. 5 whole days. And he apparently says that, oh, what? Because sometimes, that meeting that he didn't talk to Erica was because there was another meeting that had been planned like 2 or 3 weeks in advance. Like, you can't just change these things because more important, like, things happen. It's just a crock of shit.
It's almost like he doesn't know how to use a phone. Like, he can't just pick up a phone and go, hey, there's some shit going on. It's under your portfolio.
Maybe what Erica should do is she should download Snapchat, and then maybe he'll actually fucking talk to her.
That's what he's doing wrong.
Right?
Gotcha.
Because he knows how to use a phone when it comes to talking to teenagers. But apparently talking to the person who's above you in a profile, nah, too hard.
Nah, he's too busy writing the handwritten letter, and he's just, putting it in the post box, and he's sending it to Erica Stanford, and that's getting to Erica Stanford's office eventually. Instead of pick out the phone. Right, to finish this off, in this instance, my office made sure that the Prime Minister's office was kept informed of developments as is appropriate. That's clearly fucking bullshit, if you ask me. Lawrence said it reinforced the need to return to the original school lunch model and expand it. If we had good and well-funded, nutritious, warm, locally made lunches that are resilient and aren't going to have all of these issues, we wouldn't have this in the first place, he said. Erica Stanford's office told RNZ they would not be commenting any further because they're probably fucking embarrassed.
They should be. Like, it is just embarrassing. Not just embarrassing, it just feels like At this point, David's purposely trying to make everyone else in the coalition look pathetic and weak because he's just doing donuts around all of them. And they're just letting him. They're just letting him. Like, Luxon at any point could say, hey, mate, that's not how you should be acting. This is supposed to be his coalition. But he's just letting his children run fucking wild. And I'm sure Luxon, as a parent, probably wouldn't agree with that type of parenting, to be quite frank. So it's just ridiculous and stupid. And I'm sick of paying Christopher Luxon, basically $500,000 a year to let David basically let Atlas ruin our country. I'm fucking sick of it.
The other thing too is that if you think about the community providers that were providing the lunches within their community to the schools, a lot of them were doing it on I want to say bare bones budgets, but they're basically doing it as a sidearm for their profit business. It was like a social enterprise, right? They had the not-for-profit, which was feeding the kids. They had a small contract from the government, but they also boosted that because of their business funding. And a lot of those community centres actually went out of business because that contract was helping them to staff, the extra people they needed for the schools, for the school lunch program, and which is a real shame because they could have kept those people employed. But a lot of them either had to shut down their operations completely or they have downsized quite significantly, which means they're no longer employing all those extra staff members that they had, and they're probably struggling quite a bit. But they were able to do it on a pretty slim budget, while also having a kitchen for commercial use. So a big company like this, Libelle, can't understand how they've gone into liquidation. I guess I'm not a big business person and I don't really understand financial stuff, but they either were having a lot of issues before, and this might already be documented, but they were having a lot of issues before they even got the contract, or they took on a contract that they didn't realize were this stupid enough to take on.
My understanding is that David was aware of, he was aware of this, at least what I understand. I could be wrong, but yeah, there is no way you would go into a new thing with a business and not have some idea of where they're sitting. And when it comes to liquidation, those types of moves in business, they're not just a kind of, oh yeah, we'll just liquidate. That's a last ditch effort of we have tried and tried and tried to resuscitate this business and it's dead.
Yeah. So did he just not look at their financial reports? Did he just neglect to look at was it Compass's fault? Because I believe that they are the people that contract out.
Yeah.
Don't know what they called it. The contractors or the contractees? Contractors. Did they just disregard that they were in a shitty position financially? Did they say, hey, actually, we've got no more choices. This is the only companies that we can go with, either at that budget or that we've got to do that large quantity here in New Zealand? It's just...
I feel like that's the most positive thing. My thing is when we've already, we've looked at, the boys have been talking about it for a while. It is very clear that they are trying to tank certain services in order to be hey, privatization is good, let's do it. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just another area where it's cool, we'll do all these things. This company's about to go bust, so that's going to add to. And then I can be hey, guys, why don't we try to actually move it to not be this system and bring in whatever system they've probably already got ready in the wings.
That's
I don't trust them.
He fundamentally does not believe in the good that school lunches provides. So his backup plan, if this all turns to shit, is not privatization. It is abolishing the whole program. And he can say this conspiracy theory that I'm trying to break things. Well, then fucking fix it and have it working. My part the other day was saying, hey, guess what lunch was today? It was bread. Quite literally, it was a piece of bread or bun. It was bread.
Just bread, nothing else.
for a couple hundred 16, 17, 18, probably it was the other way around, to be 13, 14, 15-year-olds, right? Just
Yeah.
bread.
Like,
I hope
I
it
bet
was
you it was probably
gluten-free
white bread.
bread.
It was probably white
Oh, it
bread.
was, yeah, it was probably white bread, but I hope it was at least there was gluten-free options.
Doubt it.
So this is fucking bullshit, and I just cannot see this going well. And I think he's also put his foot in it where he has underestimated how much of a shit show this has been. And when it comes to things like kids and feeding kids, I think there's a good number of, let's just say national voters, right? It's probably, I would argue, there's a good number of national voters that agree that kids should get fed and that kids are the most vulnerable. They're the, people that can afford to, they have, a good heart, the national voters, but they do have a heart. I would hope so, for the most part. They're the kind of people that are going to give to kids can, or donate to schools, or that sort of thing. And I think they will see this from David Seymour and go, what the fuck are you doing? Like, we should be feeding the children. This is a basic thing. The fact that you can't fucking deliver on this when we had a program before, like, it doesn't add up. So I think what he's done is actually showed off such a shitty, inhumane side of, not even, just his full ass, right? That he doesn't give a shit about kids, that he has no heart, and he's a full right winger at heart who believes that it's all a meritocracy, and state shouldn't feed the children, the parents should feed the children. And I think it's turned a lot of people off on him. It's bolstered his fucking ACT voters, that's for sure, but there's a lot of people that sit on slightly more on his side of things that are probably going, nah, I don't like this guy.